You'll attend Rachel's wedding, right? Make sure that you wear a lot of makeup and buy yourself a nice dress. Otherwise, you'll stand out among the other beautiful guests. You need to try to cover up your ugliness. Please don't embarrass our family.
I do plan on going to Rachel's wedding. Do you have a problem with my usual makeup?
I'm a little surprised because most people look nice when they wear makeup. The makeup isn't doing anything for you. And why are you so confident about your looks? If I had your face, I'd make more of an effort to look prettier.
I can't change the way that I look, and you're being hurtful as always. I'm going to Rachel's wedding, so what is the problem here?
I'm worried that you're going to embarrass us at the wedding, that's all.
I'm married to Sean, but that doesn't mean that I get along with you. You're not related, so you don't have to tell anyone at Rachel's wedding that we're family.
Shouldn't you make more of an effort to get along with me?
I've tried. You just don't want to let me in or accept me for who I am.
You just need to promise me that you won't do anything to embarrass me or Rachel at her wedding. I'm going to avoid you at the wedding so that people don't know we're family. You should do the same.
Fine, but I just think that you're being really rude. You only care about your own feelings. I don't know how Sean's been putting up with you this whole life.
Shut up. If you make any more rude comments to me, I'm going to get Sean to divorce you.
I don't think that Sean would agree to that. Sean's an adult. He's not going to take your advice on what to do with his marriage. Besides, he's happy being married to me. I mean, if he were the type of person to get his own mother to make important life decisions for him, I wouldn't want to stay married to him.
Well, if you make fools out of us, I'm going to suggest to Sean that he divorce you. I'm sure that if I told him the reasons why I wanted him to leave you, he'd choose me over you. To be honest, we all want you to get divorced.
Okay, you told me this so many times. You have nothing to worry about. I won't do anything to embarrass you at Rachel's wedding. I assure you of that.
Even if you don't do anything, your presence in of itself is an embarrassment to this family.
Well, I can't do anything about that then. I'm busy, so I'm going to go now.
Well, you can pick me up tomorrow.
Why would you need me to do that? Isn't it your wedding day?
It is, but I'm out drinking with friends now, and I don't think that I'll be able to wake up early and take myself to the venue. You're coming to the wedding anyways, so it won't be a problem for you, right?
I am, but I need time in the morning to get ready for your reception. I also have an appointment at the hairdresser to get my hair done.
Nobody is going to care about how you look. Don't you think that it's more important for the bride to arrive at the venue on time?
You're rude, just like your mother. Can't you ask your parents or your fiancé instead?
They aren't able to pick me up, which is why I'm asking you to do it. Besides, I don't want my family to know that I'm out drinking the night before my wedding. I'm the bride. You need to listen to me. It's my big day.
Okay, fine, if you insist. Where should I meet you tomorrow morning then?
Come pick me up at my parents' place. I'm supposed to spend the night there tonight.
Well, if you're staying with your parents, can't you head to the wedding venue with them then?
Actually, my parents are staying at a hotel tonight, close to the wedding venue.
Then why don't you stay at the hotel with them? Wouldn't that be more practical?
Everyone thinks that I'll be staying at the hotel too, but I have my reasons for not going there. So can you take me to the hotel tomorrow morning instead of directly to the wedding venue?
I don't understand the situation. Rachel, what's going on?
Tonight is my bachelorette party, and I want to party hard before getting married. And I don't want my parents to get in the way of that. You understand that, right?
I think that I see what you're doing here. You're making everyone stay at a hotel so you can do whatever you want on your last night being single. And you're going to pretend that you stayed at a hotel and go to the wedding with the rest of your family, right?
That's right.
You have your own car, so why can't you drive to the hotel yourself?
I told my parents that I'd go to the hotel by train, so they'd get suspicious if I took the car.
I see, then why don't you take a taxi?
A taxi is going to be expensive. It'll be much cheaper if you came and picked me up. Thanks, and see you tomorrow.
So you're giving me no choice in the matter then?
Yes. Please come pick me up at 7 a.m. because I'm supposed to have breakfast with my family at 8 at the hotel.
That's pretty early, but fine. I'm only doing you this one favor because it's your wedding day. I'm never going to do something like this for you ever again.
Where are you? I heard that you were in a car accident.
Yes, that's right. I'm in the hospital right now.
So it's true then. You got into an accident.
I did, and I'm injured pretty badly.
How can you do this to us?
What do you mean? Are you saying that I purposely got myself into an accident?
You're still going to make it to the wedding though, right?
What?
It's Rachel's wedding today. You can't not be there. What will people think?
The accident wasn't my fault. Another car crashed into me and just ran from the scene. I'm in a lot of pain right now. There's no way that I'll be able to attend the wedding in my condition.
You can't cancel on us at the last minute. We need you at the wedding.
But you told me before that you didn't want to see my ugly face at the wedding. I don't think that anyone will miss seeing me today.
You just want to embarrass our entire family. You're so selfish. If you're not coming to this wedding, I won't consider you a part of the family anymore.
You're not really making any sense to me right now, but whatever. Are you going to force me to go to the wedding with my injuries? I can't even walk without crutches right now.
Well, you can still limp.
You're unbelievable. I would say this is abuse.
If you don't want Sean to divorce you, I suggest you come to this wedding.
Why do I have to be punished with divorce just because I can't make it to one wedding?
It's important for our family. Rachel is getting married, and as my son's wife, you should be there.
How can you threaten someone who's just been in a car accident? Don't you have any compassion? You're a terrible person. I have broken bones and I'm not well.
So what? Who cares about a few broken bones? Today is Rachel's big day. I am not going to let you miss that. I don't want to hear any excuses from you. You need to come to the wedding.
Fine, I'll come to the wedding, since it seems that I have no choice in the matter.
I'm going to punch you in the face if you're late.
See, I understand.
The wedding starts in an hour. Hurry up.
I'm on my way, but I'm not responsible for what happens next.
What is your problem? I'm furious. How dare you?
How is this my fault? I went to the wedding like you asked me to. What is the problem? You said that if I didn't come to the wedding, you'd make Sean divorce me.
I didn't think that you'd actually come to the wedding limping and all bloody. The other wedding guests were in shock.
Yeah, I saw that. When they found out that Rachel was the one that crashed into my car and ran away from the scene. I'm sure that they can't stop talking about it. Are you shocked too?
Of course I am. And you didn't have to tell everyone what Rachel did. How could you do this to us?
Everyone was asking me about what happened to me, so I just told everyone the truth. I didn't do anything wrong. Would have been wrong of me to lie. Rachel's the one who committed the crime here. She should be arrested. How can you try to blame this on me?
I had no idea that Rachel did that to you. That's why I wanted you to come to the wedding. Had I known, I would have never asked you to come.
Well, it was Rachel's responsibility to tell you what happened. And as her mother, you're responsible too. Rachel was the one that asked me to pick her up by car at your house this morning. I parked my car in front of your house and was waiting when Rachel crashed into my car. I don't know whose car it was, but Rachel was speeding. She was driving under the influence and broke my bones. I should have never married into this family. You give me nothing but bad luck.
I know that you're making this all up. Rachel was staying at the hotel with us last night. She couldn't have been out drinking.
How can you be so sure that she stayed at the hotel? You didn't see her until breakfast this morning. And Rachel's fiancé told me that he hadn't seen her last night at the hotel. I went to your house to pick up Rachel because she asked me to. She basically gave me no choice. I can show you her text messages if you don't believe me. She told me that since it was her last night being single, she wanted to party with her friends. She drank too much and stayed out until the morning, which is why she rushed home in her car.
So it really was Rachel that hit you then? She caused a hit and run? But did you have to air our dirty laundry to all our wedding guests? Was that really necessary?
You forced me to come to the wedding. People were going to ask me questions. I had no choice. I didn't want to attend the wedding. I should have stayed at the hospital to rest and recover. I went because you wanted me to. Why aren't you more grateful?
Why do I have to be grateful? As Sean's wife, you're obligated to attend big family events. We had to cancel the wedding midway because of all the chaos that you caused. I'm angry, if anything. You ruined Rachel's wedding.
It was the groom that asked to cancel the wedding. It had nothing to do with me. Person you should be blaming is your daughter, Rachel. I'm the victim here. I think that you and Rachel owe me an apology at the very least.
I'm never gonna forgive you for any of this. I want you to divorce Sean. I never considered you family, and we're officially breaking up with you.
I don't care because I feel the same. I agree that it's best for me to break up with your family.
What the hell?
Sean is in complete agreement with me. We're cutting all ties with you.
What are you saying? I'm talking about you divorcing Sean.
At first, Sean didn't know what was going on, but when I explained everything to him, he's livid with the way that you and the rest of the family have been treating me. He's the only responsible one in your family. What Rachel did to me is a crime, and instead of worrying about the fact that your daughter is now a criminal, you're trying to blame the whole thing on me. Sean and I are making the right choice and cutting all ties with you.
But Sean is my son. You can't let him make the mistake of cutting ties with his own family. You're being selfish.
I think that you and Rachel are the selfish ones here. The police are on their way now, and they're going to arrest Rachel. And her fiancé was wise for canceling the wedding. I'm sure that he's not going to marry Rachel after this.
Who's gonna pay the cancellation fees? The groom has already returned all the wedding gifts and congratulatory gifts and money.
It's not the groom's fault. No one wants to marry a criminal. I think it makes sense for your family to pay the cancellation fees. It was lucky for him that he and Rachel weren't legally married yet.
How can you say that? Don't you feel sorry for Rachel? You're a part of this family.
I've never considered you family, and after what Rachel did to me, I'm cutting you out of my life. I mean, you're the one that told me that I didn't belong in his family in the first place. You wanted to kick me out from the day that Sean and I got married. So can you stop saying that we're family only when it serves you a purpose? I've had enough of your bullshit. Sean and I want nothing to do with this family anymore. As for your husband, he found out about the way that you've been mistreating me all this time, and he's not happy about it.
Don't bring my husband into this. Don't mess with my family any more than you already have.
I don't need to do anything. Your husband and the rest of your family were at the wedding, and they know what Rachel did to me. It's up to him with what he wants to do now, and he knows everything.
Melanie, I think you need to calm down. I think that we should sit down face to face and have a talk.
There isn't anything that I'd like to discuss with you. I don't want anything to do with you. You've failed as a mother, and you need to take some responsibility for what Rachel did. And Rachel needs to pay for what she did to me. Goodbye now. It was nice knowing you. You said that I was an embarrassment to the family, but look how your real daughter turned out. Helen was horrified and embarrassed because in the end, Rachel was arrested, and news about the arrest and cancellation of the wedding spread fast. Because she was so oblivious to what was going on around her, she ended up ruining her life. The rest of her family and relatives cut her off completely, and she was forced to live the life of a recluse. Her husband divorced her as well. At first, Helen tried to rely on her son Sean and his wife Melanie. But for obvious reasons, they completely shut her out. She has nowhere to go now and no family to depend on, and we can only imagine that a life of despair awaits Helen. She did this to herself, if only she had been shrewd about her decisions. But it's too late to regret it now because the damage has already been done.